This is the dashboard. Then you have content boards. You've got your profile. You have settings where you connect your OpenAI API key as well as your YouTube channel and upgrade your subscription. Looking at the dashboard, you've got your channel performance, your total views, your watch time hours, your subscribers, and your engagement rate, and it compares it to all the previous months. Then you have your channel performance trends, filter between the last 30 days, 90 days, year to date, see your views versus watch time hours. Then you have your AI-powered content strategies, recommendations tailored to your channel's performance and industry trends. Then you have audience insights and trends. This is understanding your audience to help create better content that increases the retention and the engagement. And then you have your growth and optimization strategies. Then you have the content boards. You have content boards where you can create a board. Within the board, you've got your structure. On my side, I've got ideas in progress done to be posted. Within it, you can create a card. When you look at the card, there's titles, descriptions, and you can paste your script. You can also change the color of these columns and delete these columns. Have you ever stared at your YouTube analytics and was wondering what content to create next? Most founders and creators waste time and energy on analyzing data only to guess what their audience wants and still gets it wrong. Many believe the answer lies in hiring expensive data analysts or spending days learning tools that promise to crack the content code. In this video, I'll show you how I built a customized AI app using vibe coding in Replit that analyzes my YouTube data and suggests content ideas that are more likely to resonate with my audience. And I don't write a single line of code myself. I built an app that's helped me cut down on planning, research time, and surface ideas that tend to perform better based on my historical data. That's right, a tool that, in my experience, replaces tasks that would typically require hiring a developer or using paid analytic tools to provide continuous updates. That's exactly the position many of us find ourselves in. You see the potential in your YouTube data. You know there are patterns there that could help you make better content decisions, but extracting those insights can feel overwhelming, time-consuming, and honestly outside of your current scope. That's where vibe coding with Replit changes everything. For those who aren't familiar with vibe coding, it's a completely new approach to building software. Instead of writing code line by line, you describe what you want in plain English, and AI handles the technical heavy lifting. It's making software development accessible to any founder or creator who have brilliant ideas but don't have the programming backgrounds or time to implement and building it. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I use a powerful agentic AI platform to build a content prediction engine that pulls in my YouTube data, analyzes it with advanced AI, and generates suggestions based on what's worked for me in the past. We're not just scratching the surface here. I'll show you how this app works. Also includes custom boards where I store content ideas, track performance predictions versus real-world outcomes, and retain the AI over time to improve its suggestions. Quick disclaimer, this video shares my personal experience using AI tools to build internal software. There are no guarantee, promise, or implication that you will achieve any specific results by watching this video or using similar methods. Individual outcomes will vary depending on your experience, goals, and how the tools are applied. This content is intended for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute business, financial, or technical advice. So this video is specifically for founders and creators like you and me, entrepreneurs who have never built an app before but see the need for one. Whether you're aiming to build a data-driven content strategy, create an internal tool without hiring a team, or you just want to explore what these AI agents can really do in this time, this walkthrough will give you a clear, structured look. Forget the hype. Let's actually see how this works. Alright, so let's dive into how we plan, build, and deploy these apps using Replit. I'll use my content prediction engine as our real-world example. Without further ado, let's go for it. So first things first, we start off with the planning. This is extremely important. I can't stress this enough. I've got a template here that we've created based on all of our failed attempts with trying to build these applications, and really got it down to a streamlined process of what exactly goes into these and taking everything into consideration. By the way, guys, if you guys would want to have this template, there's a link in the description for you to grab it at no cost. Looking at the template, let me quickly take you through it. So first we have the applications design and specification template. So this is basically where we map out the entire outline of the app idea. Then we have the understanding of the app. Then we move into the core architecture of the app. We then tap into the key user functionalities. As you'll see, you can move and duplicate as many of these as you need to. Then we have memory performance optimizations. Again, this is optional depending on the app that you're looking to build. Then we have the API infrastructure, if applicable. We move into the expanded breakdown, meaning the key user flows, how it would work through the user journey. Then we also have scalability considerations to take into consideration and recommended build approach. Now again, this is something we'll be building in Replit, so let's just jump straight in. So usually I'll take the template, I'll copy it, and then I'll move over to Gemini as an example. Then I will tell Gemini that I'm looking to build an app that can help me with marketing analytics. What it needs to do is it needs to be able to take my YouTube content, analyze the metrics and performance, and automatically let me know with AI what type of content I should create next based on past content performance and behavior. Then I gave the main focus, the problem the app is solving, and then I pasted in the template for it to follow. So you will see that Gemini basically gives the entire output. If you guys are looking to try out Replit, there's also a link in the description. Try it out at no cost and see if it will work for you. But essentially, you come in here and this is what the dashboard looks like. Now, taking this into consideration, usually, guys, this is the mistake we made. I'm encouraging you to not follow our footsteps with it. So what will happen here is, usually when you get into vibe coding, you would start off with something like, create me a landing page, or for that matter, a website with the normal website structure that looks good, that's easy to navigate. That's the level 1 prompt. What we want to do is we want to take the entire output that Gemini provided us. We want to paste it in here, and then I just say create. Now we've already done that, so to save you time, let's jump into what it looks like. So you'll see here, this is where we started with the agent. It basically started and it created the entire app for us. For you guys who haven't tried Replit, very easy to use, very user friendly. But once you've added everything in here and you use the agent will help you to be able to build out massive features and ensure that the app is functional within that. The agent will also take those features, build it into the backend and also into the database, and communicate and structure the logic for you. So that's not something you have to do. And then also looking at the assistant, if there are challenges that you are facing, I would suggest going to the assistant. The assistant is also an agent with its own behavior. It's just not so robust. So looking at the normal agents, it's costing you 25 cents to do a prompt, but a prompt takes you from one endpoint to another. So if you see here, for example, when we started the app, it basically ran through the entire beginning, made an endpoint here. You'll see that it's 25 cents, as I just mentioned. And you can see the way that it creates, the way that it reasons, the way that it communicates with itself, and essentially gets you to a form of conclusion where you can go and you can test what it's created and provide feedback. With the assistant, it's more specific. So if I'm experiencing a small bug or something is just not adding up, this is where the assistant comes in, and this is 5 cents per query. But essentially what this does is it quickly fixes something small. It also reads all your files. It's got the memory and also adjusts the code for you. You really don't have to write any code. So based on that, that's what the assistant does. Now, when you're done with the app, you can just say deploy, and you can essentially deploy it onto your own domain or then the domain that Replit provides. But let's jump straight into the app. So this is what the application looks like once you signed in. So essentially you have your dashboard here, you've got your content boards, you've got your profile, you've got your settings. So within the settings, as you can see, you connect your YouTube channel, you also then connect your API. But here's the main features. It's in the dashboard. So within the dashboard here, you can see you've got the total views, the total watch time hours, the total subscribers, the total engagement rates. And within that, you can also see there's a little bit of a growth widget that will compare to the previous month. So I can see that currently, since I've restarted my YouTube channel, I've been growing 3.3% per month. For watch time, the watch time is increased by 6.6%, the subscribers by 2.1%, and the engagement by 6%. Okay, then based on that, again, you can look at the channel's performance trends, looking over time, seeing how the channel is growing, looking at the watch hours, but also looking at your views, taking all of that into consideration. And then based on your past YouTube data, this is now where the magic happens. Here it gave me some good insights into tool comparison videos, as some of the videos on my channel did very well with just comparing our tools as an example. So based on my audience, I can take this information and start looking at what content to create based off that. Then live demos in action, also something to do based on past behavior and case studies, success stories. Again, you can also generate new suggestions based on more frequent content you created. Moving on, then you get into your audience insights and trends. This is understanding your audience and helps you to increase the retention and the engagement. So the drop-off analysis here, we can see with the engagement rate of 0.4%, the channel struggles to generate likes and comments, suggesting the viewers are passive. So introducing the call to actions as strategic points would be beneficial. For example, this 30-second mark. Good suggestion. I usually just drop it in at the end. And then also early drop-offs. Okay, good suggestions. And then you've got the growth optimization strategies. Now, depending on the amount of data you fed the platform, you can then look at what the suggestions are that it provides, and also looking at videos' past performance. Then you go into your content board. So here you can basically create any board. I've created one already. And then you can plan out your content, right? Based on the suggestions you got, you can then bring the content in here, you can move it around, and you can also edit the content. So for example, once you open it up, like this video that we're recording right now, vibe coded an AI app in Replit, and there's also a script inside here to follow, and I can save everything at once inside of the content boards. So there you have it, a look at behind the scenes of building a YouTube content prediction engine with Replit, covering the planning, building, and development stages. As you can see, the potential to explore and prototype software ideas faster than the traditional dev cycle, in my experience at least, is a major shift for creators and founders. Now, to help you get started effectively, if you decide to try something like this yourself, I've put together the exact planning prompt template I used. It helped me to structure my project early on and may help you do the same. You can grab the template completely free using the link down in the description. Also, I'm curious, would a content prediction tool like this solve a problem for you right now? Would you use it differently than I showed you? Jump into the comments, know your thoughts, and if this is something that you believe would be beneficial for you. Depending on the feedback, I might explore making this tool publicly available. And of course, if you're looking to build out more advanced custom apps, AI automations, or structured AI systems using AI in your business, feel free to check out what we do at scale.io. We partner with founders to build lean, efficient, AI-powered systems within those businesses. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Johnny Nell. I've spent years building businesses across multiple countries and industries, helping founders and CEOs tackle the challenges of starting and growing businesses online. Right now, AI might feel like more stress, more complexity, or like you're already behind. But on this channel, I share a different path. One focused on sustainable AI development, modern leadership, and creating smart systems that scale from a place of sustainability. From my experience, the future isn't about having the biggest teams. It's about being agile, lean, and building intelligently. If you found this walkthrough valuable, hit a thumbs up and subscribe for more practical, no-hype insights on integrating AI in your business. The future isn't about who has the biggest teams. It's about who builds the smartest systems. See you in the next one.